Hyvää huomenta kaikille. Täällä on Marilyn Monroe. Good morning to everyone. Here's Marilyn Monroe reading this The Making of Sex and the City 2. I'm getting this part. We are in Morocco, Dubai somewhere, riding camels. Stustacker sticks. One dyllidalla dannu. Okay, so here's a little picture of Morocco, Dubai or somewhere, I don't know. So I start to read this text. Here really is Marilyn Monroe in Finland, Hietaniemi, reading this Sex and the City book. When the Sex and the City sequel became a reality, it was up to writer and director Michael Patrick King to create the next chapter in the continuing story of our favorite four ladies. I had the idea that this movie should be a party, and that since we were living in a financial depression, the girls should go someplace extravagant. All of a sudden Dubai popped into my mind, and then I thought how funny it would be to have these very opinionated, very sexually liberated American women in the Middle East. The theme of the movie is tradition and how you deal with that in your life. And I started to think more and more about how tradition would play in the Middle East. I know what the main story points were going to be, but I didn't know the specifics. So the first thing to do was go to Dubai. It turned out to be a great first date. All of the doors flung open, and I had this extravagant experience. We flew on American Emirates, which is the super first class airplane we duplicated exactly for the fictional airline in the movie, and the hotel picked me up in a white Rolls Royce and gave me my own butler, and of course it blew my mind. King returned to US and wrote the script to Mimi, his experience in Dubai, from shopping in the souk marketplace to riding a camel on the red sand dunes. Here's some text in picture too. It's on location of Manhattan. So here's one man and Carrie Bradshaw, and Michael Patrick King directs, Cynthia Nixon and Sarah Jessica Parker on Perry Street in the West Village. King, Christian Davis Parker, and producer John Melfi shoot the flashback scene on 5th Avenue and 58th Street. Let's start here. After King finished the script and submitted in for approval, he began to scout locations with producer John Melfi. We were in search of the Middle East, and we wound up in Morocco, where we had everything we needed and more, says King. Morocco is Georgia's storied place and they have a 75-year history of filmmaking in that country. We had absolutely amazing experiences there. It couldn't have worked out better. But months before the big journey to the Middle East, there was a whole lot of New York film. In June 2009, the New York crew began casting, building sets and scouting locations for the shoot. Sex collided with the city and thousands of fans and onlookers outside in Plaza Hotel on September 1st, 2009, when shooting began on the 80s flashback scenes. The film crew on the streets of New York will always draw a few curious people, but there's something about Sex and the City that people want to stop and connect with. Back when we did the series, I remember the beginning of the public awareness, says King of the early days. One night we were shooting Carrie and Aidan's big breakup scene around the fountain in season 4. It was like 4 a.m. and a garbage truck came around the corner and the guy hanging off the back said, "Hey Carrie, dump him." The audience on set has grown considerably. And here's some picture text into Kim Cattrall and King on set at Samantha's Times Square office. And there's some commercial in New York City street saying, "Help mute opponent win sportsmanship and 3D event something." And there's a Kotsak Street. Not here, somewhere here. Here's some text to Miranda's office on 5th Avenue and 15th Street. That's Kotsak Street, Major Street, Manor Street, America Street, New York City Hall, Company Street. King shoots a car scene at Perry Street with Parker and Chris North at Kamala Town near New York City Street, so it could be New York City Street Avenue 2 or Bong Long Street, as basketball players say.